when someone is not stressed about the money situation, they come to work refreshed, they come to work happy. If they're having to work 2 part-time jobs or work a full-time job and a part-time job just to pay bills, they're not going to come and work for you refreshed. They're not going to come and work for you happily. So if everyone is able to work and not have that money stress, the business itself, a small business like ours, is able to flourish. And we've been able to retain everybody. We haven't had any turnover in 2 years of business.
So some cynics would say that's only possible for businesses who can afford to pay people a living wage. And being a brewery and doing well, that's why this is possible. What would you say to them?
Well, I think there's a lot of giant corporations that aren't paying people a living wage, and I definitely think that they could afford it. So I don't buy that.
Would you say that the people that work for you have to have higher skills than, say, someone who works in the retail industry?
No, I don't think so. We do all on-site job training here. I always say, when you're bored, can you sweep? And when you're grumpy, can you still smile? You can't teach those things, how to be a good person, how to hold the door when someone has their hands full. If that's the initiative, it's those small things, and it's those initiatives that make this place what it is, and our employees, they get that. It's in their core to be good people and to help out, and you can't teach it, so you just have to be able to get the right people working for you.
So in terms of how has this affected your bottom line, because that must take a significant chunk out of your operational budget, paying people that wage?
I think opposite, honestly. I think it's saved us money in the fact that we don't have any turnover, so we're not constantly spending our hours hiring, interviewing, training people all the time. That has a huge cost, right? So if we're able to just keep the people that we have, that has a huge savings on the business.
What did it mean to you that he pays you a living wage?
It means that I don't have to have 2 other jobs, and a little more flexibility in my life. Like, I have a husband and kid and dog, that to be able to work a job like this, which is a service industry position, but still be comfortable at home and not really have to worry about money quite as much, is certainly a benefit.
And how has this changed your life?
Having the living wage, I have a savings account, which is really great. We're able to do things at home that if I was in a more standard service position, or another position with just minimum wage, I'm certain we wouldn't be able to do, like own a home or have a kid or be expecting another kid or any of that, without a lot of the stress of that money brings.
If he had paid you a minimum wage, would you have stayed as long as you have?
Probably not. I've been here for just over 2 years, or a month less than Malty National has existed. And had it been like $11 an hour, I wouldn't have been able to survive and also still work.
What would you say to entrepreneurs who would say we couldn't get a business off the ground if it was legal, having to pay a living wage?
Well, then I think you might need to just relook at things and how things are going to work out, right? Like how is running a business how are you going to fix that problem? There's hundreds of problems every day in a small business, and you can fix them. You just have to figure out how.